Welcome to Kina. This is the capital city of our main country in Labyrinthum. And I've been thinking a lot about the design of this, the planning. And I've kind of changed my mind about what I want to do with this city. I was going to grow it fairly, organically, but I want to do something a little bit different. Now, normally, what I would do in this world is I would work with the terrain, and that's about it. But there's something interesting about this hill here. It seems like we have tiers. We have levels that we can work with. And then we go up a level here, right? And it seems to be fairly consistent going all the way around. Then we go up another level here, and we've got the top of the hill. The top of the hill, of course, is where palace is. This is not the whole palace here. The palace is going to extend back over to here. And we do have a little cave entrance here. It's actually a huge cave down there. And towards the back, this back hill is going to be where the seat of the government is. So we've got a big government building here, and we're going to deal with lava here. And giant cave right down there. This is huge. Now, this is something I'm going to have to figure out in the future. But if you go way down, so we're... keep in mind, this is a fairly tall hill. We do have abandoned mine shaft down here as well, but it goes way, way down. That's a lot of exploring to do down here. And all of this is underneath the capital city. That's wild. And I'm guessing that there may be other entrances, so it's quite possible that over here we have the entrance on this side, or maybe not. I'd have to do some exploration. But this is a massive cave system, mostly underneath the palace. But as for the rest of the design of this city, what I would like to do, now let's go all the way to the, how about the entrance? The main entrance to the city from the rest of the country. As this is a peninsula, this is the tiny little bit, the isthmus that is connecting it to the rest of the country. All the rest, there are no connections. We will have to have bridges. So, the main road is supposed to come in through here. And then we would have a big staircase going up. Not too steep, but it'd have to be fairly gradual. It's kind of like a bridge in a way. And we'd have a bunch of houses down here, maybe markets, probably people who are not rich enough to live inside the city. So we would enter on this tier right here. And we would be able to go all around. We have to have something up here. I mean, this seems like a good place for fortifications. A really good place for fortifications. And it would be connected to... Not quite. No, it would not be connected to the palace. But we would have a lot to figure out. Like, this area could be where the military is. That sounds quite logical. Like barracks and things like that. So this tier here is quite broad, at least in this area. We'd have a lot of businesses and things like that over here. And as we go around here on this tier, it seems to be fairly flat. Well, relatively flat. And all the way over to here. And this is where probably right around here I would want to deal with probably here. Although, to be honest, I would have to work around this massive cave. And just looking at where the palace, the main entrance, might be, this looks like a good place to go in. However, there's a nice slope here, which would make it so much easier to make a sloping, like a grand roadway a grand sloping roadway. At least some parts will be sloping. Once you get to the tiers, they flatten out. And eventually we would have the entrance of the palace, and that will be a bit of a winding trail going up because, you know, defenses. That would be nice. And especially on this side of the city, a lot of the tiers are here. So if we interrupt this cave here, continue on with this tier here, I am noticing something. It's more of a slope going up this way, and it ends. On this back side, it's fairly steep, much, much steeper. So we'd have to deal with other designs on this side. It's a more gradual slope here, and I feel like this would be great for some kind of homes. Continuing over on this side as well. So the back side, or I should say the south side of the island, is fairly low. And this area looks like it would be great just for a lot of houses. However, here's where we would have a bridge going over there. This would be one of the gates of the city. And again, we have a tier here. And this one seems like it's going to go up to about here, and then we have to go up. And again, this could be military, could be something else. Could be a giant temple there. Now going off in this direction, this vast flat area, this is where a lot of the people are going to be living. Going to be a lot of homes around here. But not just that, businesses as well. And we have to consider some places like right here. This is going to be a beach. And yes, we are going to make this look nice and actually look like it's a place where people can relax. Yep. Agricultural area is going to be off in this direction. So we're going to have a lot of farms around here. I think we're going to have another fortification here. Kind of like, it won't be like a castle or anything. It'll just be a fortification. Has an amazing view, of course. And we'll have another gate, probably over here, going across over to this island. Now this island, now if we take a look at the map here, this island and going all the way down to here, these are part of this country. But this island, I would like to make this into our industrial area. So we'll have a bunch of factories and things like that. And of course, a great big industrial docks area. And that is going to be very important for shipping things off into the ocean. And as you can see, it goes off in this direction. There's a big ocean up here. So there's a lot. It's very important here just for connection up to there. Now, this area is a little difficult to ship into because, well, look at this ice. Yeah. So I'll have to have a road going over to here. So we'll have to have some kind of bridge crossing here. And this is one of the villages that we've taken a look at. And actually, this is the Japanese-themed warriors training village. And that's going to be interesting to do. Now, as I said, a lot of agriculture in this area. Tons of farms. But we will have we'll have a wall. We'll definitely have a wall going around. I have to figure out the location of it. And I think we will have to have a bunch of businesses around here. It's going to look kind of like a resort area. But again, we have another bridge that has to go in here. And I think we're going to have to start it over here. Going over to here. Going to this country. This is a different country here. Because I want it to be tall enough so that boats can come through here. Because we are going to have a bit more over here. We're going to have a smaller, I think we're going to have a smaller industrial area over here. Maybe not. I think we want to have a big marina. It's a great big marina somewhere over here. And we're going to have boats. I'm going to build boats out here. Yeah. So, yeah, this area could be an area with some really expensive homes. Just because of the location. Although, what did I write here? Harbor area. Yeah. Harbor. I don't know about industrial. Because I want to do an industrial over there. But what do we do with these? We're going to leave them open. They're going to be features of this city that, well, you can't go down in them. I'm going to make sure that it's safe and that mobs aren't coming up out of them. But these could be, it could be said that these were ancient mines that are no longer used. And, of course, they were taken over by the mobs. And this one goes down pretty far as well, as you can see. Lots of mobs. But yes, I will have to come down here and get a lot of the resources. I'm not really going to have to do a lot of iron mining because I have an iron farm that's under construction right now. So yeah, I'm not going to need to do that. But this is going to be a huge undertaking. And it's not going to happen for quite a while. I need to work on the Clifftop City first. And that is really important right now. This is just, I guess, an idea that could change in the future, but we'll see. And I'm just noticing that the shaders are acting kind of strange. I'm a little bit transparent. Okay. Let me know what you think about the plans for this city, and if you have any other ideas that you think would look good here, let me know in the comments below. If you like videos like this and would like to see some more, then please consider subscribing to this channel as well as my main one. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.